Well, hello there and welcome to today's edition of Talk of the Town. You're joining me, Devi Paldano, and here are your top stories this evening. Now, we know that the current COVID-19 situation has gone to the extent where quarantine curfew has been imposed in the Western Province. Now, just yesterday, the Army Commander announced that the quarantine curfew in the Western Province was extended by another 1 week. Now, as a result of this, the government has come to the conclusion of providing a 5,000 rupee allowance for individuals and families who are eligible and who are not currently going under quarantine. Meanwhile, individuals and families who are undergoing quarantine will be given a hamper worth 10,000 rupees. I repeat, they will be given a hamper worth 10,000 rupees. Now, the Presidential Task Force on Economic Revival also met at Temple Trees today. Now, during their discussions, they held various amounts of topics were held during these discussions, and one of these topics was how the food and essential items will be delivered to these individuals who are currently undergoing quarantine. As a result, at the end of the discussions, they came to the conclusion where each sector will have to in fact go through and follow the health procedures that have been given, and in fact deliver the food and essential items to each house at their doorstep. Now, today the 22nd COVID-19 death was reported from the Panadura area. It was reported that a suicide victim who was admitted to the Panadura base hospital had contracted COVID-19. Now, this was confirmed after a PCR test was conducted post-mortem. Now, earlier in the evening, today in fact, the Ministry of Health confirmed and said that the suicide victim, who is in fact the 22nd COVID-19 death, has now been ruled as a suicide and not a death related to COVID-19. This means that the current 22nd death has now been reduced to 21 as a result of this reduction in the death of COVID-19. Now, more than 100 whales washed upon the Panadura coast today. The Sri Lanka Police and the Sri Lanka Coast Guard launched an operation to push these whales back into the ocean without causing them further harm. Now, Dr. Asha DeVos, a Sri Lankan marine biologist, said that based on the pictures obtained, these are confirmed to be pilot whales. She said that these pilot whales will have to be carefully pushed back so that they will not cause themselves further injuries as a result of washing upon shore. Well, that is a wrap of today's Talk of the Town. For more news, log on to our award-winning website, that is www.newsfirst.lk. Stay tuned to our 3 social media platforms, that is Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Of course, for the Newsfirst team, I'm Devi Paldano. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Talk of the Town.